Hello everyone, today's class I'll be explaining binomial expansion as it on the board. So now I will be explaining it in a very easy way. So now let's start. We are talking about binomial. If they say bi is what? It means what? Two. And they say nomial. Nomial means what? Term. Therefore, binomial is what? Binomial is what? Is two term. Right? Now, we are moving to what? Binomial expansion. This binomial expansion is the procedure of expanding a binomial that is raised to power that is raised to a power. Example now, let's say x plus what plus y that is raised to power of what 3. That's what we call what? Binomial expansion. From the word binomial means what? Two terms. So two terms is what? X and y here. And they said binomial expansion is what? Is the binomial is the expansion of what? Binomial that is raised to power. So it's raised to power what? 3 here. So therefore this expression is what? Binomial what? Expansion. So therefore now for us to determine to do binomial expansion, we need what we call what? Pascal triangle. This partial triangle it helps us for solving what? For expanding binomial what? Expansion. So now let's move to the other part of the board and Pascal what? Pascal triangle. When talking about Pascal triangle, the first one you have to start with what? 1. After that you start with what? 1 plus 0 is what? 0. You have what? 1 here. 1 plus 0 is what? 1. And now 1 plus 0 is what? 1. 1 plus 0 is what? 1. 1 plus 1 is what? 2. And we have what? 1 plus 0 is what? 1. 1 plus 2 is what? 3. 2 plus 1 is what? 3. 1 plus 0 is what? 1. 1 plus 0 is what? 1. 1 plus 3 is what? 4. 3 plus 3 is what? 6. And 3 plus 1 is what? 4. 1 plus 0 is what? 1. Right? And we have what? 1 plus 0 is what? 1. 1 plus 1 is what? 5. 4 plus 6 is what? 10. And what? 6 plus 4 is what? 10. 4 plus 1 is what? 5. And 1 plus 0 is what? 1. Let's move to the fifth time. So we have what? 1 plus 1 is what? 1. 1 plus 5 is what? 6. 5 plus 10 is what? 15. And 10 plus 10 is what? 20. 10 plus 5 is what? 15. And 5 plus 1 is what? 6. 1 plus 0 is what? 1. You have 1 plus 0 is what? 1. 1 plus 6 is what? 7. 15 plus 6 is what? 21. 15 plus 20 is what? 35. And 20 plus 15 is what? 35. 15 plus 6 is what? 21. 6 plus 1 is what? 7. And 1 plus 0 is what? 1. That's where I will stop. And continue till what? Till infinity. Till what? Till infinity if you like. But in the question you will be given where to stop. Okay? So now and this binomial for let me tell you, like now if you are finding if they say you should find a specific term of the specific term of what? Of the binomial expansion. So a specific time is what? A specific time of a binomial expansion is what? A plus b all n. And a specific time of this thing is what? R plus 1 of what? T n. And it has a formula which says you have what? Let's say, let me use x. You have n combination what? R. Okay? N combination R equals what? Let me use A or X. Let me use A. So A is for what? N minus R. And what? B is for what? R. That's the formula. So if you want to find a specific time, it will be what? R plus 1. And the specific time you are told to find, whether you are asked to find what? And equals what? Specific what? Specific you are given the question. You are what? Given in the what? In the question. Let's solve using what? Using Pascal triangle. So from here, if you are having, let me give you an example. This is specific term. A specific term is also useful for binomial too. It's useful for binomial expansion if you want to expand. So now let me give you what? 2x what plus what? 2y. This power what? This power 3. From your Pascal triangle, this is your what? Is your second term. And this is your first term. This is your what? Third term. This is your fourth term. And what? Continuation. So you have to stop in what? Third term. So the third term is what? We have what? 1, 3, 3, 1. Right? We have what? 1, 3, 3, 1. So this expansion, the Pascal, since it says power 3, it means what? Third term. And the third term here in the Pascal triangle is what? 1, 3, 3, 1. So we bring it out 1, 3, 3, 1. So now we have what we call what? N R, A of what? N minus R, B of what? R. So here now it will be what? 0. Our R will be start from what? Our R will start from what? 0, 1, 2. Here the question didn't give us a specific term. A specific term you have to find. So you don't know the value of R. So the value of R stands for 1, 0, 1, 2, and what? And 3 in this expansion. 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. That's it. So now we have n combinations. Let's change, because we are giving S in the question and Y. So let's change A and B as what? S and what? And what? And Y. So now from here, our n will be what? 3 combination 0 for the first one. Let's pick for the first one. S, what is our S? This is our S and what? These are what? Our Y. Our X equals what? 2S, and our Y equals what? 2Y. That's it. So our X is what? 2S, right? N is what? 3 minus what? Minus 0, right? B of what? B of what? Let's see. Our Y is what? 2Y. Everything what? 0. That's the first one when R goes to 0. And plus what? Plus summation. Because binomial is what? Is summation. We are expanding. So binomial is in what? Is in summation what? Summation form. So it will be what? N combination R, right? S of what? N minus R, Y of what? R. That's this. When N starts from what? When R starts from what? 0 to what? Infinity. Okay? That's how we represent what? A binomial expansion. So now we are moving, continue from the where we stop, we are continuing there. So we have what? 3 we start our r is what 0 when our r is 0. So now we now move to when our r is what 1 is what 3 combination 1, right? They can in combination they can give you like this n combination r or what n combination r, everything what in bracket. Either of the two, the combination form can be written. Okay, so n combination r. What is our s? Our s is what 2s, and our n is what 3 minus our r is what 1. Our r here is 1. Our r here is what 0 is what 1, right? And we have what 2y. Our r is what 1 plus, since I said summation means everything plus, right? So now from here, let's remember that we have what we call what Pascal triangle. So our first term will be what 1 year. You write your 1 year, and your second term, which is what 3, and your third term you now have what 3. It will now multiply all this. Okay, 3 will now multiply all this. So when your r equals what equals 2, you have what 3 combination 1 2. Okay, and we have what 2x, which is our x. This for what we have what 3 minus what minus 2. That is when your r is what is 2, and you have what 2y of what of 2. Okay, 2y of 2. And when your r equals what equals 3, and your Pascal triangle, like the coefficient of your Pascal triangle is what 1, so you now have plus what plus 1, which is your final. You already have 1 3 3, and the next term will be what 1. So it will now be, what's that? When you have 3 combination 1 3 combination 3. Okay, you have what 2s, right, is what 3 minus 3. Our r is 3, our n is 3 here. So now we now have what 2y, which is your y raised by what r, or your r here is what is 3. Okay, now we have to solve.
You notice here as your s increases, your y decreases. So now from here you see that your s increases with 3, your y decreases with 0. Continuation 2 1, so 1 2. So that's how it will go. So now let's solve. 3 combination 0 is what 1, and 2x, if you are given 2s, 3 minus what minus 0. This is the same thing as what 2s. 3 minus 0 is what 3. So 2s raised by 3 is the same thing as what 2s. Let's say 2s power 3, right? And s is power 3. This 3 shares to both 2 and s. That's it. So now 2 power 3 is what 8s cube. Now go back. 2x 3 minus 0 is what 8s what cube. 2 raised power y. Now from here, 2 raised power y raised power 0. They said 2 raised power y raised power 0. They've already said that in your 0, in your indices. They said 2 raised power y, anything raised power 0 is what is 1. Is what is 1 equals 1 plus, okay, plus what plus 3, okay, plus 3 combination 1 is what 3. And if you have 2x 3 minus 1 is the same as what 2x 2 minus what minus 1. Okay, 2s 2 minus 1. Okay, if you have this one, it can be simplified to what 2s is power 2, since 3 minus 1 is what 2. Okay, 2s square is this 2s square distributed. This square is distributed with both 2 and x. Okay, so now we have 2 is power 2, x is power 2. Since it is in a bracket form, so the everything in a bracket is distributed with what? With the power. Okay, so 2 is power 2 is what? 4, and what? S square. Since s doesn't have any number, so we now have what? 4s what? S square. Okay, anything raised power 1 is still the same thing, so we have 2y plus, okay, now we are solving continue, so we have what? Plus 3. If they say 3 combination 2, 3 what? 3 combination 2. Note. This thing, this partial triangle make us to what? To make binomial expansion easy. So here we want to prove, like proving. Since you notice that, let's remove this 1, this 3, and what? This 3 and this 1. This is how I will tell you now. So you know that if you have 3 combinations, 0 is what? Is 1. You have 1 here. You have 1 here. From the Pascal triangle, we want to prove this Pascal triangle whether it's wrong or correct. So now you have 3 combination 1. 3 combination 0 is what? Is 1. Here now you have 3 combination what? Combination 1. 3 combination 1 is what? 3, which is 3 here. And here we have what? 3 combination 2. If you do 3 combination 2, you see the same thing as what? As 3. 3 combination what? 2 is the same thing as what? As 3. That is 3 here. And 3 combination 1 is what? 1. That's it. So you can use this one for your combination. Any combination. This Pascal triangle stand for what? Combination under what? Binomial expansion. Okay. So this combination help us to know the binomial expansion. So combination, let's say any combination of this one under binomial expansion is what? Is everything, like, is related to what? Pascal what? Triangle. So everything here, if you are solving for each combination, you'll be getting each term in what? In a Pascal triangle. So there was a mistake earlier. We don't need to put what? 1 3 3 1. So we need to prove. So this one stand for what? 3 combination 0, and this 3 stand for what? 3 combination 1, and this 3 also stand for 3 combination 2. This one stand for what? 3 combination 3. Okay, so that's how it works. So now we've already proved that this partial triangle was correct. Since you have 1 3, you're having 3 here also. So now 3 combination 3 is 3. 2s, you have 2s is by 3 minus what? Minus 2. This 2s, 3 minus 2 is what? 2s. Let's say you have 2s 3 minus 2. You have what? 2s raised power what? Raised power 1. Because 3 minus 2 is what? Is 1. So 2 raised power s raised power 1 is what? It's the same thing that will give you. So it will give us what? 2 raised power s. You now go back. You now put what? 2 raised power s here. You solve for this one. Now 2 raised power y all squared. I told you earlier that 2 raised power y all squared is distributed with what? This square, this power is distributed with what? Everything in the what? In the bracket. So we have what? 2y and what? Y square, which is 4y square. So we now have what? 4y square. Okay, plus what? 3 combination 3 is what? Is 1. That's how we have what? 1 year. Okay, that's how we have 1 year. We have 1 year. So now you have 3 combination 1. 3 combination 3 is what? Is 1. You have 1. And 2 raised by 3 minus 3 is what? Is 0. 3 minus 3 is what? Is 0. And anything raised by 0 is what? Is 1. So we have 1 year. So 2y raised by 3. I told you earlier, 2y raised by what? Raised by 3 equals what? This power, like, this power is what? Is distributed to everything in the what? In the bracket. Okay, so we have what? 2 raised by 3, y raised by 3. So 2 raised by 3 is what? 8y what? Cube. So we have what? 8y cube. Now, when simplify further, we'll be having this solution that I'm going to write on the board. Okay. So now we have what? 1 multiplied by this, multiplied by this. If anything is multiplying by 1, you see the same thing. So we have what? 8s what? 8s cube plus. Okay. So we have what? Let's multiply those numbers. 4 times 2 is what? 8, right? You have what? 8 square y. And it's multiplying by what? 3. So therefore, 3 times 8 is what? 24 x square what? Y. Plus, okay? We have what? 2 and 4, right? 2 and 4. 2 times 4 is what? 8. So sy square. Sy square. 8sy square multiplied by 3. It will give us what? 24 sy square plus what? 1. This is in bracket. So we have what? 1. So we have what? 1 multiplied by 8y cube is what? 8y cube. And 8y cube will multiply the one outside, which is what? 1. 1 times 8y cube is what? 8y what? Cube. So therefore, the expansion of 2s plus 2y raised by 3 equals what? 8s what? Cube plus 24 s square y plus 24 sy square plus 8y cube. So now from here, let's say this is benefit for everybody. So but when you are doing CBT, okay, when you are doing CBT, so they will not give you this question. At times they may give you this question, but if you solve one, if you see the option, they will give you the option as what? 8s cube plus what? 24 s square what? Y plus what? Dot dot dot. That's how the option will look like. Or they should give you a fixed number of where to what? Where to stop. So they will say you should find what? The fifth. Let's say you find set to find what? The coefficient. The what? The coefficient of the what? Of the second term. Okay. So you've already solved it. This is your first term, second term. This is your nth term, and this is your first, second, and third. Okay. From here, from what? 2s plus what? 2y cube. You've already solved for what? For this, which is equal to what? 8s cube plus 24sy plus 24sy square plus 8y square. At times you may do what? You may do like this. R plus 1 equals what? Equals second term. Because they are giving you a what? A fixed number of what? Of term. So when you are given a fixed number of time, you do what? R plus 1 equals what? Equals 2. Therefore, R equals what? 1. Because if this one cross, it will become minus 2 minus 1 is what? 1. So now you now do what? N combination 1, 3 combination 1. Since you are giving a fixed number, they've already said find the what? The coefficient of the second term. So to find your second term, you do what? To find your second term immediately, directly, you do what? R plus 1 equals what? Equals 2. So R equals what? 2. If this one crosses what? 2 equals what? 1. So now therefore you now find your formula, which says what? NR S of what? N minus R y R. Now use this formula to solve it. So and your n here is what? Is 3. Your n equals what? 3. But your r, you are the one that will find your r by yourself. Your r is what? Your r is not fixed, but you are giving a number like the term is fixed. So to find your r with what? R plus 1 equals 2. So if you get it, your r will be what? 1. So now continuation, your s is what? 2s. So you have what? 2s what? N minus what? You have what? N is what? 3 minus 1. Okay. And your y is what? 2y. Okay. 3. Your r is what? 1. Okay. From now, you can solve 3 combination 1 is what? 3. Multiply by, I said that if you have 2s was 3 minus 1. If you have this 2s minus 1, it's the same thing as what? 2s 2 what minus 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay. Now this 2, this raised to power is distributed with what? Everything what? In the bracket. So now you have what? 2 square s what? S square, which is what? 4s square. Okay. You now have what? 4s what? Square. We now expand this one. So 2y raised to power 1. Everything in the bracket raised to power 1. If everything in the bracket raised to power 1 is equal to what? Everything in the bracket is what? 2y. Since this is now, you now have what? You simplify further to know the coefficient of what? Of the second term of this expansion. Okay. So now 3, let's say 4 times 2. This 3 multiply everything here. 4 times 2 is what? 8. You have what? 3 multiplied by 8. You now combine everything together, which is your s square what? Y. Okay. So now if you do 3 times 8 is what? 24 s square what? Y. So therefore the coefficient of the second term of this expansion is what? Is 24. That's your answer. This is how CBT may come. They may say you should find what? The coefficient of the second term, of this expansion, which is 2s plus y. So now to find this second term, this is second term. So now you don't do what? You remember that I told you what? R plus 1 term. You are given a fixed number of terms, so you consider your number of terms to be what? R plus 1 equals to what? The number of the specific term you are given in the question. So you now be R plus 1 equals 2. So you now solve it. So therefore the coefficient of this one, of the second term, is what? Is 24. Is 24. So now they can even say that you find the what? The second term of this expansion. You find the second term of this expansion, because they've given you what? The fixed number of times, which is what? Second term. So now if you find the expansion of the second term, not the coefficient, they said you find the second term. So the second term it will be what? Everything like this. But if you say coefficient of the second term, this is the second term. So the coefficient is what? 24. So therefore your coefficient is what? 24. They may even say that the coefficient of what? Of, let's say the coefficient of what? Let's say the coefficient of what? S square y. They may not say second term. They may say what? S square y. So now once you are expanding, anywhere you find what? S square y, you will now bring out the what? The coefficient as your what? As your answer. Thank you. This question is an example that what? If you are given a specific term to find the coefficient of a specific time. So remember that I said if you are given a specific term, the formula is what? R plus 1 and equals what? N combination what? R S of what? Of R of n minus R and y of what? B y of what? R. That's it. And if you are given a specific time, is what? R plus 1 equals what? Is equal to that specific time that you are said to find, which is what? 3. But they said you should find the coefficient, not the third term itself. Coefficient of the third term. So now your R will be what? 2 here. Your R will be 2 here. And your N is what? Is what? Is 3 here. And your R is what? Is 2. Okay? And your R is what? Is 2. And your R is 2. So now you now go back to your formula for if you are given a specific term. This is r plus 1 nth is what is the formula is what, when is your n is what 3 and your r is what 2. Okay, s, okay, s, your s is what, this is your s and this is your y. In this expansion your s is what 2x, okay, n minus r, which is what 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is what 1, and y is what 3y over what over 4, and your r is what 2. You now expand this, and if you finish expanding it, and your coefficient what is your, and the coefficient of your expansion when the the coefficient of your values is your what is your answer of the expansion is what is your answer. So now let's move on. 3 combination 2 is what is 3. 3 combination 2 is 3. 3, anything raised per x, anything raised per 1, anything raised per 1, the one in the bracket is still the same, because if you say anything raised per 1 is what is in the bracket, so it is what 2s. Now from here to expand this one, 3y over what over 4 all squared. Note that everything in this case, everything like the one in the bracket that is raised to power, the one in the bracket, this raised to power means what is distributed with the one of in the what in the bracket, which is what 3 square y what y square over what 4 square. So 3 square is what 9, and y square is cy square over what over 4 square is what 16. So we've already solved this to be what 9y square over what over 16. So it will be now what it will now be what 9y square over what over 16. Okay, so now you now have 2 times 9 is what 2 times 9 is what, let's say 3. Okay, so 2 times 9 is what 2 times 9 is what 18, x is there, and y is what is power 2 over what over 16. Okay, so 3 times 18 is what 50 what 54 is what 54 s y what y square over what over 16. Therefore the coefficient of this of the third term is what is the third term. Okay, so they now say the coefficient, if they are talking about coefficient, what coefficient is what is a number, it's a number, it's a number. From here you have what 54, you have what 54 sy square over 16. You can split it as what 54 over what over 16 sy what y square. So therefore I told you earlier that coefficient is what is a number, is a number. So here therefore here to here is what is the coefficient. Therefore we have what 54 over what over 16. This 54 over 16 we can still break it down to what if you say 2 here is what 8 and 2 here is what 27. Therefore the coefficient of this expansion under third term is what 27 over 8. That's the answer for this particular question. So the answer is what 27 over what over 8. Thank you. So now here they said you should find the coefficient of x square y square in the expansion of 2x plus 3y. So here you no need to expand 2x plus 3y raised to power 4. You need to expand. This is how you do it. Remember that I said the formula is what nr s of what n minus r y of what r. So therefore your r will be what will be 2 here, comparing to what x square y square. So your r will be what will be 2. Your r will be what will be 2, and your n will be what will be the same thing as what they said you should find in the question, the expansion of what they said you should do. So it will be what 4 of 2. Okay, it will be what 4 of 2, which is what? X n minus r, which is what? 4, which is 2, and y what? Is power what? Is power 2 also. So now when solving, while solving, we have 4 combination 2. Our x is what? 2x is power what? And our y is what? 3y square. So 4 combination 2. Like now, if they are talking about combination, this is how you are to solve combination. This is how you are to solve combination. But this one you don't need it to. You don't need it. So 4 combination 2 is 4. So now you now have what? Let's say we have what? 4 combination 2. So the formula is what? 4 factorial over what? 4 minus 2 factorial 2 what? 2 factorial. So now you now have what? 4 factorial over what? This is what? 2 factorial 2 factorial. So now if they say anything factorial is what? Is what? N minus 1 n minus 2 factorial. That's how factorials work. That's how factorials work. So I assuming your n to be what? To be 4. It's now be what? 4 multiplied by this. Your n is what? 4 minus 1 is what? 3 multiplied by what? 4 minus what? Minus 2 is what? 2 multiplied by 2 what? 2 factorial. Since we have 2 factorial at the denominator, we can cancel out. So we now stop at what? 2 factorial, which is what? 2 factorial 2 factorial. So we can cancel out 2 factorial here, 2 factorial here. Now we have what? 4 times 3 is what? 12. And we said 2 factorial as it is here earlier. 2 factorial is what? N is what? 2. 2 now. N is what? 2 factorial. It's now be what? 2 factorial will be what? 2 multiplied by what? Multiplied by 1. So this is how it goes. 2 multiplied by 1. There is no 0. It's not multiplying by 0. So it's what? 2 multiplied by 1. So if they say 0 factorial is what? Is 1. So we don't need 2 times what? 2 times 1 is what? Is 2. So therefore 2 factorial is what? Is 2. And 12 divided by 6 is what? 12 divided by 2 is 6. So therefore 4 combination 2 is what? Is 6. 4 combination 2 is what? Is 6. So you have what? 6 here. Remember I said that 2s all squared is what? Is this power is distributed with what? With what? The one in the what? In the bracket, which is 2 squared and what? S squared, which is what? 4s what? Squared. Okay, we have what? 4s squared. So likewise what? For what? For 3y or what? All squared. So this power is distributed with what? The one in the bracket, which is what? 3 squared y what? Y squared. We have what? 9y squared. So here we have what? 9y squared. Okay, so 4 times is 36, and you have the coefficient, which is what? X squared and what? And y squared. Since it's multiplication, so it will not have addition. Multiply by what? The 6 outside. So 36 times 6 is what? 2 what? 216 s what? S square y square. And now they say what? Find the coefficient of what? X square y square in the expansion of what? 2x plus 3y. We've already expanded, and this is the result that we got. So they now say what? You find the coefficient of what? Coefficient of what? X square y square. So therefore the coefficient of x square y square is what? 216. The coefficient of x square y square is what? 216. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and you can drop your opinion in the what? In the comment section. And if you have any question, you are free to drop it in the comment section.